vivant, rêve ou réalité? C'est la question qu'on se pose quand on regarde les deux films de ce soir. L'écrivain Jackson Dower travaille sur un nouveau manuscrit. Le personnage principal sera une blonde au sang-froid avec un nom de déesse, Calliope. Puis un jour, dans un café, Dower n'en croit pas ses yeux. La belle tueuse qu'il venait de créer pour son roman noir se trouve en face de lui. Aux côtés de la star de rock Phil Collins, se joignent Martin Jarvis, Richard E. Grant et Michael Winner pour une rencontre de stars dans ce court-métrage anglais plein de suspense, réalisé par Alun Harris.
I happened to read the latest book by Jackson Dover the other day. Someone had a copy lying round. And as they take about 10 seconds to read, probably even less to write, I couldn't help but finish it. They're like one of those irritating conversations you accidentally happen to overhear where someone spouts obnoxious, bigoted opinions and you just have to sit in a corner fuming.
Dover. Oh, yes. Isn't he that pseudo-intellectual pulp thriller writer? What really annoys me about him is his veneer of sophistication. He throws in a few classical allusions, and everyone sits up and says, how clever. But really, underneath the gloss is just another regurgitated yarn about real men and stupid, stacked blondes who wander around with come-hither eyes and legs like giraffes, having as many thoughts in their pretty little heads as there are in a bowl of cornflakes.
Yes, the way that Dover and the other buffoons like him have hijacked classical art is ironic. Because it is specifically they who have killed off great poetry. I mean, people today, they get bored if they come across a work without its quota of sex and violence. Dover's characters talk so much with their guns. They can barely talk with their mouths.
Yes, it's really quite surreal. Someone only has to be given 2 lumps of sugar in their coffee instead of 3, and they immediately reach for their pistols.
Oh, God.
I'll get it. There really should be a warning on his novels. Any relationship between this rubbish and real life is entirely down to the reader's sick imagination. Yes?
Please, no.
So, how's it going, Shakespeare? Manuscript ready yet?
Hello, Brian. Listen, Shakespeare had other people's stories to work with, you know. Me, I've got to start from scratch.
Are you busy right now?
No, not really. I'm just reading.
Oh. Anything interesting?
One of my own humble masterpieces, actually.
You've got your devoted followers for that, Dover. You just carry on writing the books. That'll keep both our bank managers happy.
Well, what do you want?
Fancy a quick drink? Come on. If you're reading your own stuff, you can't be that busy.
Well, I was getting ready to kill someone. But I suppose that can wait.
I'll pick you up in 20 minutes. Be ready.
You know, I think it was Raymond Chandler who once said that when things get a little dull, just send in someone waving a gun.
So what's this one about? Another psychological thriller with the psychological element cunningly missing?
I used to think I was my own worst critic, you know, until I met you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Actually, this one's about a female assassin. Tall, blonde, terminal.
Sounds a bit cliched to me. I like it.
Thank you. No, this particular femme fatale is the physical embodiment of Calliope. The Greek muse of epic poetry. Anyway, she's become some sort of literal avenging angel. The muse of the thriller writer. For all thriller writers.
Why do you have to slip in all these classical allusions? Let me guess, this Calliope. She wears a trench coat and sunglasses. Like that.
Good God. I don't believe it.
What?
That's her. That's Calliope.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. A Greek goddess just popped in for a quick drink before work. But if she is your muse, you better watch her.
Why?
Well, if I was a woman in one of your novels, and I had the chance to meet my maker, I'd have quite a few grievances I'd like to resolve.
What sort of grievances?
You know, the kind you use a .38 Smith & Wesson to sort out. Oh, look. She's leaving. Come on, let's follow her.
Now, don't be ridiculous.
Why not? There's nothing to lose. It might inspire you. Maybe she really is your muse. She's leading you into the underworld, into the heart of your fiction.
I do hope you know what you're doing, O'Brien.
You don't want to lose her, do you?
Oh, look, she's going shopping. Then I suppose even a muse has got to eat.
A muse working in a supermarket.
Poignant. Very poignant. Laid on with a trowel, but poignant.
It's your fault she works there. You created her.
Certainly shatters the illusion, doesn't it? Nevertheless, she is a sight for sore eyes.
It's a nice idea, Mr. Dover. But I'm afraid your script singularly fails to address the areas that this company is interested in, right?
Right.
I mean, your script has nothing to say about the issues affecting the underprivileged or the underclasses. Makes no social comment whatsoever. We in this company are only interested in developing projects which make a political point.
It's not really a human interest picture, is it?
And what relevance does this film have to contemporary Britain?
But can't you see that it's attitudes like yours that are killing this country's film industry? People want entertainment. They want escapism. If they got all that misery in their back gardens, then why on earth should they go out and pay for it?
No, you fail to recognize the power of modern cinema to cause social change, to pass comment and even judgment on a whole range of topics.
And stylistically, the story should be more realistic, based on your own experiences, portraying people the way they really are.
Come in. So I'm afraid there really isn't very much more to say, Mr. Dover.
Can we help you?
Okay, that's a wrap, everybody. Come on. Get those stands out the back as soon as we can, please. Okay. Wait, idiot.
I'm not really happy with that take. I'd like an extra day to reshoot.
There's no way. You're over budget and over schedule. You'll just have to make do with what you've got.
But the violence in that scene is overdone. It should be more subtle, more restrained to increase the dramatic effect.
That's the way the money wants it, and that's the way it's going to stay. Without the violence, this film will have no appeal for the 18 to 25s.
But the public mood is changing, and they want to see films with depth of character today, not just superficial violence for the sake of violence.
Listen, if you want to keep working in this industry, remember, he who pays the piper calls the tune. In fact, in this next scene, I think we should increase the number of killings. What do you think, Jackson?
Yes, well, that's typical of the studio mentality that I've come to expect.
No. He's very happy with whatever you think the film needs.
But violence must never be the star of the film.